Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about what is seasonal affective disorder or SAD. And trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it. I just want to do my little disclaimer. So before I start this video, I am not a health professional, not a mental health professional. I have had no formal training within the mental health field. So everything that I am reading and describing to you is based off of NHS websites and websites that I have found on the internet, and I'm compiling it into an easy digestible video for you. So seasonal affective disorder, as the name suggests, this disorder is affected by the seasons and the general seasons that are around us every single day. Now, for people like me who don't have seasonal affective disorder, I see the dark winter and think, oh, it's time to go to bed. But somebody with seasonal affective disorder in the winter is more prone to low mood. So seasonal affective disorder is also known as winter depression. In the colder months, you're more likely to be depressed. I did actually watch a video recently from Molly Burke, and she is a blind YouTuber, and I watched her video about how her 2022 was and her goals and things like that for 2023. And she mentioned the fact that she has seasonal affective disorder, and it's really quite heartwarming in a way. Like, not for her to have it, but in a way for someone like her with a platform her size to recognise that she has seasonal affective disorder and to actually talk about it. I've based this channel very much on mental health, whereas her channel is more about the blind community, and so to talk about her mental health I feel is a really big step, and I'm so grateful that Molly decided to do that. So now I'm going to go through some of the symptoms of seasonal affective disorder. So some of the symptoms of seasonal affective disorder are very, very similar to depression, but as I discussed previously, it is more of a winter depression. So things like a persistent low mood, but usually during the winter months. A loss of pleasure or interest in normal everyday activities. So things that you used to enjoy. So you might enjoy going on walks, but when you're depressed, you might not want to. So those things, and having loss of interest in those types of activities. Feelings of despair, guilt and worthlessness, as I said, very, very similar to depression. There's also irritability on there, there's feeling lethargic, lacking in energy, sleeping for longer than normal and finding it hard to get up in the morning. So things like that, obviously very, very similar to depression. So now I want to talk about what causes seasonal affective disorder. So there really isn't one particular cause that causes seasonal affective disorder, but some of the things that may help is that if you're feeling particularly lethargic, people with seasonal affective disorder usually produce more of a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that everyone has in their bodies, and it's the hormone that helps you to fall asleep. So when you're particularly tired, your body produces melatonin and it can help you to sleep. For example, when you look outside and you see it is dark outside, that signifies to your brain that it is time to go to sleep, it is time to wind down for bed, and so therefore it starts producing the melatonin. In people with seasonal affective disorder, they usually produce more of this hormone, therefore making them feel lethargic and sleepy. Another hormone that is affected in seasonal affective disorder is serotonin. So serotonin is the happiness hormone. Serotonin is the hormone that helps us to be able to function and be happy and to enjoy our daily activities. In people with seasonal affective disorder, it has been found that the serotonin production is lower than average. So therefore they are feeling quite low in mood, quite irritable, quite sad and depressed. Another thing to be aware of with seasonal affective disorder is that it is quite easy for your body clock to become disturbed. And in this way, it's a very simple way of saying it, but your body clock is what tells you to go to sleep, what tells you to wake up, what tells you to eat, to drink, to function, basically. And with seasonal affective disorder, it's very easy to get your body clock all messed up, and it is very easy to have your body clock sleeping during the day and awake during the night and eating at weird times and things like that. It's very easy for that to happen. So now I'm going to move on to some of the treatments for seasonal affective disorder. So one of the main things that it says on the NHS Choice website is that lifestyle measures can help. So going out of the house when you don't feel like it, and I know this seems really repetitive because I've been told this by the crisis team many, many times, to go out when you don't feel like it, or to go for a walk or a bath or whatever, or do self-care things when you don't feel like it. And it is hard, it is very hard, and it's easy for someone on the outside to say that you need to do X, Y and Z when it's too hard to actually do it yourself. But with seasonal affective disorder, they encourage you to get as much sunlight as possible. So that doesn't have to be going out, but it can be opening the window and opening the curtains so that you get that like vitamin D from the sun. Even in the winter months, there is still some sunlight that comes in for less time, but it's important to open the curtains and have that sunlight come into your bedroom, to your flat, to wherever you are. So another type of therapy that you could do for seasonal affective disorder is light therapy. So this light therapy is a particular special box that simulates sunlight. So it is almost like a sunlight but in a box. So you would turn it on and it would simulate you being outside. And actually, I think this could possibly even help someone with depression, because it would help you to produce that melatonin when you need to. Like you can turn the sunlight lamp off, get it put on a timer, things like that, and have it so it is only on at certain times during the day. Another thing that they say which is really good for the treatment of seasonal affective disorder is talking therapies. So this can be good during the winter months when you are feeling particularly depressed, but having this is a really good option if you feel that you need to talk to somebody. And the last thing that the NHS website mentions as treatment for seasonal affective disorder is antidepressant medication. They do say that this shouldn't be used as a first option, this should be used as a last resort. I myself, I'm on antidepressants, and yeah, I don't have seasonal affective disorder, but I feel that my antidepressants have contributed to the level of recovery that I have. So it is, and I spent ages having this stigma in my head, this internalized stigma about antidepressants, and I'll go into this in another video like very, very soon, because I feel that I could talk everyone's ear off about my internalized stigma for antidepressants. But that is it for today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button, and don't forget that I believe in you even if nobody else does.
Just like you're young again, no, don't you cry, just get back up again.